Hi everyone, welcome back to KG Graves. We're in Calvary Cemetery in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, USA. And we're here to visit the grave of Frank Gorshin, who played the Riddler in the original Batman, one of my favourites. Hope you enjoy the video.
Hold it, Riddler. The game's up, Riddler. As a duly deputized agent of the law, I place you under arrest for armed robbery.
Snap on the bat cuffs.
You've got me, Batman.
What the?
It's too delicious. I even gave you a tip-off.
Batman, you've made a mistake. He didn't steal that cross.
What?
I tell you, it belongs to him. He lent it to me for a show.
But, Mr. Peel, we saw him take it from you at gunpoint.
Gunpoint?
Holy ashtray, he did tip us off. There were 3 men in a boat with 4 cigarettes and no matches. How did they manage to smoke? They threw 1 cigarette overboard and made the boat a cigarette lighter.
You saw him giving me a light as I handed back his cross.
Riddled.
I thought you might be, Batman. That's why I brought witnesses with cameras. Oh, what is it that no man wants to have, yet no man wants to lose?
A lawsuit.
Correct, boy wonder.
Frank Gorshin was born Frank John Gorshin Jr. on the 5th of April 1933 in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, USA, to parents Frank Sr. and Frances Fanny née Presseron. He was an American actor, comedian and impressionist. At the age of 15, Frank took a part-time job as a cinema usher at the Sheridan Square Theatre. He memorized the mannerisms of the screen stars he saw and created an impressionist act. He was still in high school when he obtained his first paid employment, which he secured as a prize in the Pittsburgh Talent Contest in 1951, a one-week engagement at Jackie Heller's New York nightclub Carousel. His parents insisted that he take the engagement, even though his 15-year-old brother had been hit by a car and killed just 2 nights before. After graduation from Peabody High School, he attended the Carnegie Tech School of Drama, now known as Carnegie Mellon University in Pittsburgh. When not studying, he worked in local plays and nightclubs. In 1953, Frank was drafted into the United States Army and posted to Germany. He served for 1.5 years as an entertainer attached to Special Services. His Army record was later destroyed in the U.S. National Personnel Records Center fire in 1973. When Frank left the Army, he returned to public performance, and in 1956 he became a prolific film actor. He also appeared on various television series, including Frontier Doctor 1958, Hennessy 1959, and The Untouchables 1962. He guest starred 12 times on CBS's The Ed Sullivan Show, with his first appearance being on the 17th of June 1962. He appeared on the show on the 9th of February 1964, the same night the Beatles and Davy Jones made their debut. In 1963, Frank had a guest starring role in the long-running ABC military series Combat. Frank was a popular act at nightclubs, notably those of Las Vegas, where he was the first impressionist to headline the main showrooms. He was also the first impressionist headliner at the Empire Room of New York's Waldorf Astoria Hotel. Among his most popular impressions were of Burt Lancaster, exaggerating Lancaster's hand gestures, and Kirk Douglas, exaggerating Douglas's gritted teeth, as well as Marlon Brando, spoofing his squint. In 1957, Frank was in a car crash when he fell asleep at the wheel after driving from Pittsburgh for 39 hours without sleep. He was on his way to a Hollywood screen test for the role of Petty Officer Rubert in Run Silent, Run Deep, 1958. He sustained a fractured skull and spent 4 days in a coma. A Los Angeles newspaper incorrectly reported him as being killed. Frank's first film role was Between Heaven and Hell, 1956. In the late 50s, he had roles in B-movies such as Hot Rod Girl, 1956, Drag Strip Girl, 1957, and Invasion of the Saucermen, 1957. From 1966 to 1968, Frank played the Riddler on ABC's 1960s live-action television series Batman, starring Adam West and Burt Ward, and was nominated for an Emmy Award for Outstanding Performance by an Actor in a Supporting Role in a Comedy. His portrayal of the character included a high-pitched, deranged cackle, inspired by that of Tommy Udo, Richard Widmark, in Kiss of Death, 1947. Frank disliked the Riddler's original costume from the comics, and he had a green business suit and bowler hat marked with a question mark created as an alternative. He played the Riddler in 10 episodes, as well as in the 1966 theatrical film. But a pay dispute with ABC prior to season 2 resulted in him being replaced by John Astin for 2 episodes. Frank was very angry about being replaced by Astin, but he agreed to return in season 3 in an episode entitled Ring Around the Riddler. He reprised the role in the 1979 television film Legends of the Superheroes. He also had a memorable role in the 1969 Star Trek episode Let That Be Your Last Battlefield, as the bigoted half-whiteface, half-blackface alien Bele from the planet Charon. He also made numerous guest starring appearances on such television series as Ironside, 1974, Hawaii Five-0, 1974, Charlie's Angels and Wonder Woman, both 1977. In 1979, he played interplanetary assassin Seaton Kellogg in a 2-part episode of the television series Buck Rogers in the 25th Century, titled Plot to Kill a City. During the 80s, he also guest starred in episodes of series such as The Fall Guy, 1984, and Murder, She Wrote, 1988. Into the 1990s, he featured as a mobster kingpin in The Meteor Man, 1993, voiced the character of Reverend Jack Cheese in an episode of The Ren and Stimpy Show, 1995. Notably, he appeared in Terry Gilliam's 12 Monkeys, 1995, as the gruff superior to Melanie Stowe's psychiatrist. Frank also provided the voice of Daffy Duck and Foghorn Leghorn in the 1996 Looney Tunes short Superior Duck, as well as voicing Foghorn and Yosemite Sam in 1997's Pulitzer Prize and From Here to Eternity, respectively. In his final years, Frank portrayed the famous comedian George Burns on Broadway in the one-man show Say Goodnight Gracie, 2002, and was reunited with several of his Batman colleagues in the television film Return to the Batcave, The Misadventures of Adam and Bert, 2003, in which he appeared as himself. His last television appearance was in Grave Danger, an episode of the CBS series CSI Crime Scene Investigation, which aired 2 days after his death. The episode, which was directed by Quentin Tarantino, was dedicated to his memory. Frank's final role was as a voice actor in the unreleased animated feature film Firedog. In his personal life, on the 8th of April 1957, Frank married Christina Randazzo. They had one son, Mitchell, and later separated but remained married until his death. His final live appearance was a Memphis performance of Say Goodnight Gracie. He finished the performance and boarded a plane for Los Angeles on the 25th of April 2005. After he experienced severe breathing difficulty during the flight, the crew administered emergency oxygen. An ambulance met the plane upon landing, and Frank was transported to a Burbank hospital, where he died 3 weeks later on the 17th of May 2005 at the age of 72 from lung cancer, complicated by emphysema and pneumonia. During his career, Frank appeared in an impressive 70 films between 1956 and 2006. In television, he appeared in 79 shows. In 1966, when I was only 5 years old, I can still remember watching Batman, and eventually had my own Batman toys, including several Batmobiles, the Batplane and the Batboat. They were enjoyable times. Let's see where his grave is located. So there you have it, the grave of Frank Gorshin, who played the Riddler in Batman. As usual, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. Leave me a comment below. Thanks for watching, see you on the next one. Rest in peace, Frank Gorshin.